Hello and welcome. This is Ruben Covington, and I'm here spectating a match of custom standards in the Netropolis season. This is a game between CasualR, who's playing White Red Armory, and we have Seismic playing, I believe it's Grixis Wild Imagination. So this is for custom standard, a format that uses custom magic cards, and we're just about to begin. One moment. So the game plan of each deck is pretty radically different. The white-red deck is a aggro deck that actually seems to have Jeskai of some sort. Interesting. But it's an aggro deck that uses Liberated Armory, which gives you equipment tokens every time a creature enters the battlefield, as well as aggressive creatures and token making. Actually, this seems. How many colors does this have? Oh my god. I do not know what CasualR is playing, or if he's just playing extra fetches. But, very interesting. Well, Seismic Lawn is a ramp deck that uses Wild Imagination, where you reveal your hands to all players. Target opponent chooses a card from your hand, and you cast that card without paying its mana cost. Essentially, you play Wild Imagination, you only have your hand full of ginormous, like 6 and 7 mana cards, and then they are forced to have you cast that for free. Bizarre deck, but a lot of fun. Oh my! So it looks like we're going to see the turn-free Wild Imagination. Let's see what's going to happen here. So the choices here are Soul Confluence, which is a type of it's like a supercharged fact or fiction, where you put in the 5 cards into 3 piles, and one of the piles gets cast for free, one goes into your hand, one just disappears. Ashen Persecutor is a 7/7 flying trample demon that fort seizes on ETB, and also you gain life equal to the CMC of the card discarded. And World Elemental is a creature that gets +1/+1 for each differently named permanent you control, and you can start stealing permanents with different names from the opponent. Yeah, all of these are bad choices for CasualR, but he is going to go with the 7/7 demon because he thinks that does the least damage and that he has the most answers to it. However, the answer did get stripped out of the hand, taking questioning and O-ring style effect. So this is going to be reasonably tough to beat the 7/7 flying trample creature. We're going to see a second Liberated Armory come down. So every creature is going to enter with 2 equipment tokens that each give +1/+1, which is quite a lot of advantage. But yeah, CasualR's aggro game plan doesn't seem to be going super well. Ashen Persecutor is going to get in for 7 here, flying and trample. And we see another combo piece here, Invoke the Anklifs, which is let's see, look at the top 8 cards, get a creature and a instant or sorcery card from among them, and essentially the instant play the creature for free, and you have the instant or sorcery becomes essentially ciphered onto the card, so you get to cast a copy of it every time you hit with the creature. It's often used in an infinite combo deck with like Time Walks, but this just seems to be using it for value. Okay, we got a bunch of soldiers and a 2/2 lifelinker, and we're going to have a lot of weapon tokens start coming in. I guess the aim here is potentially start stacking enough equipment on the Sunblessed Orator that I can actually, like, because it has lifelink, you could actually start, like, out racing the Ashen Persecutor, but it's going to take so long to kind of get all the equipment across. You only do 2 at a time. I think, but Seismic Lawn's hand does not really do anything at the moment because it's all 6 and 7 drops. So he's actually going to have to go on the defensive here because he can't get hit by the giant lifelinker and still outrace. And here we go, we see another part of this deck, Havel the Rock, who is a free that gets +1/+1 for each equipment you control, and equip costs 0. So now, I was just saying about how impossible it was to get all these weapons across, but now you can put all the weapons onto the lifelinker. Havel, whether he's equipped or not, gets ginormous. CasualR might actually bring this back. This is very surprising to me. A lot of explosiveness when you're playing double Liberated Armory. So yeah, assuming Havel is now got +8/+8, so it's a 13/13. No, oh wait, +8. It's a 11/11. But so what's happened here? Right. So Havel is equipped, which is why he's bigger. As in, I forgot to mention the +2/+2 for the actual weapons themselves. Okay, so it looks like he was swung in with everything. Rather than stacking all on the Sunblessed Orator, is actually just going wide. But Seismic Lawn still doesn't have anything, and this is a 15/15. It's nuts. Yeah, very exciting turnaround here. Havel doing a lot of work. He's re-equipping everything onto one of the soldier tokens, it looks like. Just enough to... It'll be 6, so it'll be a 7/7, and therefore be able to push through the Persecutor. Interesting. And then I assume the rest will go on to Havel himself. CasualR normally doesn't have anything except lands in hand. So if Seismic Lawn survives this turn and is then able to play one of his 6 mana options, then it could be turned around because you kill Havel and suddenly this board doesn't really work. So yep, we got the 8/8 and the 11/11. Gonna have to chump block, taking 8. It's down a little bit of damage there, but it's okay. Okay, we got the 6 drop coming down. So will it be a Soul Confluence? Most likely. So Invoke the Anklets could give your opponent a lot less choice because they don't get to choose the piles. Having a bit of a think here. Essentially, it's either do you look at the top 8 and hope to get exactly what you need, or do you Soul Confluence where you can look at the top 5, potentially get 2 things. Okay, no, he's going to look at the top 8 via Invoke the Anklets. But I'm just not sure what ramp cards he has that saves him. I guess a World Elemental, right? Because that allows him to start steal Havel. Or no, actually, he allows him to steal the soldier that has all the thing equipped to it. No, because he'll still control the weapons. I think you steal Havel. You have an extra chump. Seems like he did not find anything. Looks at the top 8, didn't get a World Elemental, and therefore had to concede. Okay, and they're going to go on to game 2. Yeah, one exciting turn of events there. Because yeah, the turn 3 the turn 3 Wild Imagination is such a devastating play, essentially ramping out a 7-drop on turn 3, and a lot of aggro decks wouldn't be able to kind of handle that type of huge body that they're not expecting, especially with the hand disruption as well. But the explosiveness of double Liberated Armory, plus getting that lucky Havel that wasn't in hand at time, is allowed them to push through. Combined with a bit of a slow head from Seismic Lords. Ooh, this is exciting. Grizzly Hunger. There's a huge enchantment. Got a currency which allows you to ramp up getting treasure tokens. I think a bit like a saga. And then, except then at the end you can start sacrificing any artifact to draw a card, so allowing you to keep the treasure tokens and use them as card draw if you need them. While CasualR's hand is full of 3-drops, so it's a bit of a clunker hand. Though he does have Vayne, which is a consistent token creator. His Havel, which is, we saw how powerful that was previously. No Liberated Armories, nothing to necessarily push through. Interesting. Okay, so we did top deck Gwyn's army, so we'll be able to get 2 1/1 tokens down. So he decides not to play it seems. Because he may possibly wants to wait for a Liberated Armory. Interesting. Or he just needs the mana, those coloured mana, for turn 3. Yeah, looks like he wants to have the coloured mana for turn 3. And Seismic Lawn just ramping out with currency. So if he can draw another land, he can go for a 6-drop. Runa, doesn't have any 6-drops in hand though. Highest hit is a removal spell, which is going to get played here, dealing 3 damage to any target. However, you have to upload one of your own cards, which you then can only get back into hand if you pay 2 mana at sorcery speed. Okay, so we do have an invoke the Anklifs, but no land drawn. So it just looks like he's going to draw his uploaded card and then pass the turn. If he draws a land, he can then invoke and start cheating at things. CasualR also having a very slow hand because his Sunburst Orisa did get killed. He should have still dealt 1 damage, right? I think they missed it, but it's okay. Havel the Rock comes down. Oh no, Sunburst Orisa is whenever another creature is battlefield under your control. Right. Not when it enters. So Havel the Rock comes down. CasualR saying, I'm in danger. It looks like tap target creature, if the spell's Typh was paid, exile that creature, so this could be a possible tool. But Seismic Lawn draws a second Anklif, not the land that they really need. There is still hope. Getting a Seeker of the Way, how about you use Gwyn's army and raise the alarms with Seeker of the Way to start getting in huge chunks of damage. Still don't know what the green is for in this deck, but we'll see. Okay, here we go. Wild Imagination. This is going to be bad. The choices here are a 6/6 Menace Demon. I don't have the image loading for this, but 6/6 Menace Demon that you can destroy non-basic land to get free 1/1s. A Grizzly Hunger, which is a absurd enchantment that'll very likely kill, setting the opponent's life total to 10, and then they start sacking creatures and losing life every turn. World Elemental, which I said before, steal stuff, invoke the Encliffs, which cheats things out. So I think, because the Ruiner is the weakest card here, but it goes wide. As in it's a 6/6 menace that also creates 3 1/1s, so that's going to stop a lot of CasualR's aggression. Like, Grizzly Hunger's interesting because if CasualR can just keep pumping out tokens, especially with Vayne in hand, he could actually just not sack 1/1s and only lose 1 life each turn. So even though his life total becomes 1, he won't be in super imminent danger. Yeah, that's actually what he chooses. Because he's going for the Grizzly Hunger. He's going to get cursed by that. And and so as long as as long as he keeps playing out tokens and he has enough tokens to feed the hunger, he won't die for 10 turns. Life tail gets, and the end of the turn he's going to raise the alarm. He's actually going to put on a fair bit of aggressive pressure because Secret of the Way does have prowess and is going to be able to use that to, get a couple of pumps up with in between planeswalkers and sorceries. CasualR going for Vayne. This is a 3-mana planeswalker that can create a 1/1 white soldier every turn. Secret of the Way gets Prowess trigger. So should be able to get 9 damage out here, taking Seismic Lawn to so another soldier comes out. We're probably going to see a Gwyn's army. Yep. So we're going to get another prowess trigger. So yeah, just wants full aggression. We'll be able to deal 9 damage this turn. So that'll take Seismic to 8. And then CasualR will have to sacrifice a 1/1 and lose 1 life to the Grizzly Hunger, which will take them down to 13 because they gain 4 life to the Secret of the Way's lifelink. So yeah, very, very clever, realizing that Grizzly Hunger wasn't a threat with all this token making. Very, very good against more mid-range strategies. But it looks like they didn't draw the land, and that should be game. Yep, so just Seismic Lawn never drew the 4th land, and even though CasualR's opening hand wasn't very aggressive, it did end up getting there in the end. So, so I think Hunger here is not as good as Seismic was intending. Maybe more of a sideboard card versus decks that rely on 1 or 2 very large creatures. Okay, well, this was an exciting match, and I thought Seismic Lawn's deck was the favoured here, but CasualR managed to pull through in both those matches. Well done. Anyway, this is custom standard, and if anyone is interested in playing, you can find links in the description. It's a rotating format made of high quality custom Magic sets, and it's a lot of fun. Okay, thank you for joining me, I'm Ruben Covington. See you next time.